Hi, welcome to another edition of Trustworthy Computing's Cloud Fundamental video series. I'm at RSA Conference this week at the Cloud Security Alliance Summit, and joining me is the Senior Security Strategist from Microsoft, Laura Posey. Laura, thank you for joining me today.
How you doing, Tim?
Good.
Nice to be here.
Thank you. Laura, one of the things that we talked about 3 or 4 months ago at the last CSA Summit is standards, and you work very closely with the CSA on standards. Can you give us an update on what's happening in cloud security standards across the industry?
Thanks, Tim. I'm happy to give you an update on the CSA, what Microsoft is doing with standards with the CSA. Right now, we are continuing to see the work that Microsoft has contributed to the CSA and their working groups that have resulted in best practices and guidelines continue to be observed and used in the working groups throughout many standards organizations, as well as some of the other groups in the world that are looking at best practices and guidelines. Most notably, the ISO organization continues to look at the work from the Cloud Controls Matrix that Microsoft and other industry players have contributed to the best practices from the CSA, as well as ENISA, many of the working directives that are happening in the European Union. Those pieces are also being influenced by the work of the CSA and many of the member companies of the Cloud Security Alliance. So the work continues to influence the ecosystem, not only by Microsoft, but by the other Cloud Security Alliance players. So the work that we're doing in the CSA to contribute to best practices continues to influence the ecosystem, and it's a great place and a great collaboration.
That's some great information, Laura. If customers want to learn more about emerging standards, how would they do that?
Well, Tim, most of the information that's being fed into these various standards organizations come from many of the working groups of the CSA. So the best place to look is to go to the Cloud Security Alliance website, which is cloudsecurityalliance.org, and then look under the working groups and research for the materials there.
Laura, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule here at the RSA Conference to talk with us today.
Tim, it's my pleasure. I'm very excited to talk about it here at RSA.